Yay, we're live. All right, somebody start up that document. I will. As of this moment, we have $3,293 and about set. Oh, I'm hearing myself again. Sorry about that. And about $700 coming in.
Yay!
So that's very good. And largely this is due to positive mention by the writer Gail Simone. And then a retweet of that today, which resulted in a number of sales. And yeah. So there's that. There have been some expenditures, obviously, postage, stuff like that. I needed to pick up more packaging materials, actually, because we've blown through a first round of that. There was a printing bill that got paid off, and that's pretty much it. We still have some orders that are supposed to come in, like the Foam Brain people. I touched base with them. Ugh, I can't believe I said that again. I emailed them this afternoon, so something should come of that relatively soon. Also, Modern Myths, similar kind of situation, not nearly as much stuff, and other stuff. Meg, you got you'd CC'd that stuff to Stan, right? The accountant.
I did.
Your expenses? Okay, cool. So we should see something back there. But that means that we still need to pay for that. So that's going to end up coming out. But we've paid to sell at Origin, so I just need to mail that stuff out. But it's kind of actually too early for me to mail it because it'll get there like a week and a half before Origins. And that's probably not very responsible usage of it. And I spent $50 buying a 30-second spot on a podcast for Pack the Pack. It's just something that, like...
Buying a spot on what?
The New Disruptors. It's a podcast. It's on Boing Boing. Max Temkin had to put a thing up about it. He was underwriting stuff. So I grabbed a 30-second spot for June the 12th. I figured that'd be good timing.
Yeah.
I'm just starting to think about marketing mode for that. I noticed that I didn't get a chance to listen to your Jank Attack podcast, but we should make more hay out of that. And you're talking with Bree doing an interview, right?
I am. I answered one question, and I haven't heard back from her since, but it's like the 5 questions thing, right? So. Okay,
yeah. I mean, she's probably getting stuff ready for Origins anyway.
Yeah, and I told her that I wanted to time it so like it would hit around the Kickstarter, so I think this is going to be cool.
Yeah, so I think that'll be okay. How's the video stuff coming?
We're doing stuff this weekend.
Yep. I have my choice of real or fake sword, and one is quite the replica from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
What you should do is you should switch it between shots.
Yeah, that would be really funny.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Like one, it's like this huge barbarian sword, and then next it's like a dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. So that'll be good. And we got email back from David about pricing for the rest of the art, and that all seems absolutely in line.
Yeah, and he gave us ideas for stretch goal stuff too, so that was cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if I dig a lot of those.
Yeah, but it's cool that he gave us ideas.
Exactly. I do like the pricing for the comic thing, because I think that I mean, that's something that I had thought would be a cool
Yeah.
stretch goal thing. So maybe we just cook that into it. I'm not like, just to reiterate, I don't want to do stretch goals that have all these like weird extra prizes and shit. I just want to sell the game.
Yes, I think like doing one is okay. I don't want to do a bazillion. I totally agree with you on that. But like,
Well, we're already doing the game and the game plus subscription to us,
right,
right?
right.
So that's two potentially different things.
Yeah, I think that plus one art thing. I think that's reasonable.
Oh, you know what? Maybe we could do. We should look into doing like Gleesy prints, which are like really high quality prints that you do. That might be cute. Something like that. Also, we do need to. We're going to need to go over like different character design stuff. So at some point, Meg, I would love to be involved in that kind of design space meeting. So
Okay.
if you want to set up a date and a time to get together with David and talk about like character look and things like that,
Yeah.
I'd like to have some input on that because I want to make sure that we're hitting all our bases and like I think we've got. I just don't want like a lineup of whatever. You're not. I don't expect that you're going to do it. I just want to make sure that we don't have a lineup of white people.
No, I totally agree with you.
So yeah, there's that for pack to pack.
I don't actually. Well, let me check while we're keep talking.
Sorry,
I want to make sure.
I'm just jumping around. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, because one of my things was to get into the Kickstarter, and I want to make sure I can do that because the password changed, and then you told me the new one, but I don't know that I can get into it.
Okay. So other stuff, I put together the physicals for last month's Eat That Corpse, and so those are going to get mailed out tomorrow or the day after. And then the rest I'll put up for sale, so we'll have like 4 copies that we can sell. And then the work on the Bad Habit is coming along very well. The game is almost done. I need to tweak some I don't even call them statistics. I need to tweak some points on some of the cards to make sure that there's not too much overlap in certain combinations. And then it can go through some testing. I think that should be pretty neat. I really would like to have something done in the next few days so we can release it. So yeah.
Will it be May's game or June's game?
This would be May's game.
Okay.
Right? No.
No, I thought you did the last one for May.
Let me check. Let me log into Patreon. You guys talk. Because if we already did something... No, because the last one I released on the last day of the month.
Okay, all right.
So I was going to do the same thing, just like always drop it at the end of the month. Yeah, so doing that. And I want to also look at going through other... like for games that are just card-based, we might be able to get a reasonable price off of drive-through RPG and stuff like that. So that's something to look into. And then I guess the month after we want to do the your RPG thing.
Yeah. So that would be in June?
The end of June, yeah. So we got about a month to pull it together.
Yep. That works because as we said, I have stuff towards the beginning of June.
Cool. Perfect. Yeah. Other ad stuff. I submitted the ad to Ojoy Sex Toy. It should start running next Wednesday because there is a campaign on there already, and that runs out next Wednesday. So then we'll do the replacement for it, and that's for Slash just to try and drive more sales and because it's better. I still we had a review for Slash on Pixelated Sausage, which is pretty well frequented. And then there's the Tom Vassell review where he took a bat to the game.
Oh yeah, I haven't looked at that yet.
Yeah, it's he doesn't like it. That's fine. He
But
doesn't
that's
like
okay. But
he doesn't like it, but they put it on
podcasts were
4 podcasts.
fantastic. I think they were really good.
Yeah, he doesn't like the game. It's been on 4 podcasts.
Exactly. Like, I think that's so awesome. Like, okay, now for a game of the week. Like, I honestly think that's some of the best press we get.
Yeah, no, and I like he's it's not whatever. It's not his bag. He's a good guy. It's just not. Yeah, like I wouldn't trust me to review Torchbearer because I don't want to play it at all.
And I still think I still am guessing that he's saying this because his audience might not like it, so he's feeling compelled to say it.
Yeah, I mean for whatever reasons, but that's past. So, I don't know if what's going to happen. I know that the Shut Up and Sit Down guys played it. I don't know if anything's ever going to come of that. I know the Board with Life people played it. Don't know if anything's going to come of that, but what the fuck?
Well, I talked about it on the Janecast, so you should listen to that.
But all this kind of stuff, just in general, like keeping the expectations of what other people will do for you very low is usually the best. Yeah. Anyway, what do we have coming up? Just PortCon Maine in June.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. And what's new with you guys? Guys?
I'm worried about the Kickstarter.
Why?
Well, because getting people to know about it and advertising it.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky. I think one of the ways that we get people to know about it is we update people who had previously kickstarted something.
Yeah.
Going on podcasts and doing interviews and stuff like that. But it may be, a tough sell. Even with whatever supposedly runoff we get from the cards people, like that could make or break it. And a lot of the time with, with Kickstarters, it's, did you get featured on the front page? And I don't know. I mean, what do you want to do about it?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm worried about it. I'm really worried about it. It's, I am gonna do what I can, but that's only a little bit.
Okay. What? So, I guess I don't know where that leaves us. Like, what do you?
Are you asking us to figure out ways for it?
Yeah. I feel like we're not the 3 of us I don't think are doing much.
Okay.
And I don't know what much is because I don't know what to do.
Well, what would you do about because okay, so you could advertise traditionally, which is something that we really should consider. On something like Board Game Geek or something like that. We should be reaching out to different podcasters and things like that to show them about the game. And it's one of the things when we were doing the run up to Slash is we were contacting people very aggressively about it, not just to get product in their hands, but to kind of tell them about it. And that's not something that we've been doing so much with this. And I think part of my concern is that I don't want to be perceived as taking ownership of this product. And so, me stepping forward and shaking it in people's faces creates confusion.
Okay, but you're the one with time.
Ish, yeah. But I'm also not the person who can answer all the questions about the product. And I think there have been a lot of things with this where I have presented it one way, kind of explained my reasoning, and then it met with your disapproval. And so, you know, I don't want to keep like stepping in it over and over again.
Yeah, but I think that I don't know. I think that there's a difference between trying to sell something and trying to write rules for something.
Yes, there is, but that's not. I mean, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just like presenting the game to people. Like, if I were saying to people, you can play this game with two people, which is something that I had figured a while ago because it didn't seem like an issue. And then you're like that. That's not how you intend it to be. Then now I kind of have to walk that statement back with different people. Like I don't know if I'm really making sense here. Sorry. I guess what I'm saying is that the person who's best equipped to present the game is you, Meg, because you're as you said to me, like, this is your game, and we're all kind of coming together to help make it happen, but it's like I feel really awkward leading the charge on it because
I think that there's a big difference between presenting the game and trying to help market it.
Representing the game and trying to help market, I would say, are pretty close to being.
I really disagree because I think marketing it is trying to help sell it, and we can all sell any of our games at a booth.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Dan?
Now I'm not sure, but I guess so. I mean, I guess what can we do? I guess I don't have any brilliant marketing ideas other than the things that we've done in the past.
Well, that's my point, but we're not even doing the things we did in the past.
Well, we can't produce this game to the number that we could send it out to tons of people.
But I mean,
right. And so the best way to connect with people about this game is to have them, because we only have 2 copies. I have neither of them.
I only have 1 copy.
And I have 0, and Dan has the other one. So the best way to give people a sense of it is to have them talk to the person who made the game, right? Like, to interview them, which is what you would do with anybody who's making a game if they can't just send it to you, or even if they could just send it to you. Like, they talk directly to you, you give them the best sense of what you're trying to create and stuff. But that's not possible at this point, or you don't have the time to do it. Like,
well, I mean,
you want to start lining up interviews and knocking them down. I think that's what we should be doing. Is, there's a list of, I have a list of places to contact about the game, like heavy-hitting review places, YouTube channels, things like that. Like, if you can make time for it, then we should get in touch with them and get you and them together to talk specifically about the game. We've got the assets for it. We've got the stuff put together. Like, getting the actual Kickstarter page done is something that, I have been and can continue to work on. Dan's on top of the video and stuff like that. But if it's going to be your game, this is you have to be the tip of the spear.
Also, the press release is written for it, so there's that too. Not, That's huge, but I do have a list of where that's going to go out to. So that's another thing. I mean, one thing is we were talking about how obviously it's much more difficult to get this in the hands of people. I mean, what we could do is try to do some sort of series of media events leading up to the Kickstarter to try to make people cozy with the game. I mean, obviously the interview thing is good, but like maybe
in like the roughly 2 weeks that we have left.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's not. Yeah, I know it's like kind of a tall order, but like we could at least get a video of the playtests. We do have some video of prior playtests and how it's changed and stuff. We just obviously some of that stuff we need to do with you, Meg, but the other stuff, I don't know.
So let's do that. Let's get that other video stuff put together. Meg, can you record stuff for that?
Are we talking about video stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, well, we're getting together this weekend for...
Okay. Not just for the Kickstarter video, but
right, but we're getting together for video stuff this weekend, so that's just a video thing, right?
I do have a bunch of B footage of like when the game was young, so...
Oh, that's cool, because I have... just, like as I said, like people playing it now, so.
Okay. So let's get all that stuff together, and hopefully after this weekend we can come back with a couple of different video pieces, like the Kickstarter thing, and then one or two other things, maybe like a head-on interview with you, Meg. I think it'd be great to present it. Like that's the kind of thing that we can put in a media kit and send out to people.
Yeah.
And then maybe what we should do is. I've got the list of these reviewers and all this jazz. I'll reach out to them. We'll do the press release. We'll send a video, and I want to be able to offer them time with you to talk about the game. Can you make time for that?
Yes. Yeah. That and like I mean I've already done like 3 podcasts and stuff like that. Right. And I have like some others that I'm reaching out to, and that's the stuff that I love doing. I just don't know those enough people to ask. So yeah.
Okay. So then I will start funneling that stuff at you.
Okay.
Best I can. The other thing that would be really useful is you had done the designer diary thing on Pack to Pack. The problem with Pack to Pack is that it's just not getting traffic.
Right. Yeah.
So like the content is kind of there. I think it does a great job actually of representing the game, especially once we get a video or two up there. It'll be perfect.
Yeah.
But what we need to do, I mean, we don't get a tremendous amount of traffic at Games by Playdate, but basically yesterday we got more traffic at Games by Playdate than Pack to Pack has had, full stop.
Yeah.
So like, there's no reason not to be presenting some stuff there. So if you think, what I think would be good is if you could do like 2 or 3 posts over the course of the next week and a half.
Yeah.
Like maybe Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday type of thing, where you just talk about one aspect of it, like, here's the inspiration for this game, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like here's the evolution of it. That seems like it's already covered, but it's like, here are the things that I'd like to see. If I was reading about a game that was being created, I'd like to see the ways that it went wrong and how the decisions were made to kind of make it, like, to get it back on track, or like how there was a vision at the beginning and then like, maintaining the through line of that vision even when other factors force changes on the game, because like those are the interesting design choices in my mind. For a game, like like with this cutting game, I'm like, how do I make a group co-op game?
Right.
That's where it's just like keeping some of those things is actually incredibly hard, and I don't think that people understand that about games. So that's just one thing, but also like the art. It would be cool to put up a thing with David. Maybe we could get him in to write about the character, stuff like that. Just that kind of content that it orbits the product, I think helps generate buzz about it. And then you combine that with getting you out there, getting the art assets out there, especially if we can make a really big push next week. You know, I know that okay. Schemes.
Okay.
I've got some schemes going.
Good.
Okay.
That's what I want to hear. I just need to hear schemes. That's exactly what I need to hear.
Okay, I need to know that, like, if
you're scheming about this too.
Yeah, the thing that what got me really worried is that, like, I need to know that if I make a scheme, that, you know, I'm going to rope your ass into that scheme.
Yeah, about this, like, I need, like, okay. Especially about this, and especially about this Kickstarter, like, I need you scheming all over it.
Okay,
because that's what you do.
Yeah, okay. All right.
You're good at it.
Okay, so hold on, guys. So I was writing down a list of things that we can release over the course of the next couple weeks. So I have press releases, interviews, David Bendar interview, which I didn't think of that. That's great.
That's a great idea.
Playtest interview, or I'm sorry, playtest video. When the game was young documentary. What else did we have in there?
And it's like I'll do some posts, like about very specific aspects.
Diary stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're saying for me to do that on Games by Playdate, right?
Yes, exactly. Okay. And what you do is you cross post and you put them wherever they're going to be. But, like, it's a way that we can draw traffic there. And then, you know, it may also be good to start a BGG thread for the game and post stuff on that. In fact, I think we have one. I think we have a post for that. Yes, we definitely do.
All right. I'm gonna create kind of like a I'm gonna try to create like maybe a series of deadlines or like a scheduling of all this stuff. So
that's a great idea.
Have it all done. All right. And I'm gonna try to. I want to find something. I want to find something silly to put in there too. So.
Okay.
So I'll figure that
out. So we still haven't gotten a quote back about the blanks expansion.
Oh, okay.
I told you about this?
Yeah, you did. Oh.
Hold on. Sorry, one thing, because I keep forgetting to tell you guys. The complaint I've heard multiple times now about our website is, Glenn, can you link this / button to the / site instead of the PayPal?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, oh, I want to go buy the game, but it links right to the PayPal and doesn't tell me anything about the
yeah, because there's another link above it. Got it. I'll fix that.
All right. So sorry, I had to get that out of the way.
No, that's fine. I'm just trying to, like, shorten the number of steps to get money from people.
I totally understand. But people apparently have been ending up at Games I Playdate and they can't find anything.
They don't know where to go. Yeah. All right. I'll fix that. I'll fix that now. Okay. Yeah. What's on our calendar? Do we have anything besides PortCon Maine?
I don't think so. Last I checked, just videoing this weekend is the big thing.
Yeah. So I think more than 50% of our inventory is gone.
Wow.
That's really great.
So I don't know. I gotta count, but hold on. I can do some.
You should make sure that you set a certain number aside for Gen Con, just to be sure.
Yeah, no, I will. I've got a pallet and a half. 16 times. Oops, hold on, wait. 16. Plus. What's 16 times 4? 64? 16. Yes, more than half of them are gone. More than 50% of them are gone. And in theory, like 170 of them are going to go to Phone Brain, so then we'll be down to 2/5 of our original.
I still need a bunch of copies.
Okay, you want a carton of them? It's 12 in a carton.
Yeah, because I still need the copies that I'm giving to people for the Kickstarter.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, so that's good. So, you know, so that's, I mean, there's roughly $15,000 worth of games left.
Yay.
That's kind of what we thought. It's good. Yay,
Thank
plan.
you, Gail Simone.
Yeah, I mean that's huge. But I think the important lesson from that is that marketing of a game, especially because we don't really have an established name at this point, and even when we do have an established name, it's going to be weird because like our games are very incongruous with each other. We should plan on it being a continuing expense. You know, like.
Yeah.
You need to kind of like, you know how like if you're driving a car, even if you're going downhill, you kind of need to hit the gas every once in a while. Like, we should think of marketing in that way. You just kind of need to keep the wheels turning, or else you eventually stop completely, and then you're super fucked. So yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I mean, I figure at this rate, like if we moved half of the product in, you know, a month and a half, effectively, I think the next half of the product will take like 6 months. Like, because it just gets kind of like Zeno's Paradox, twice as long each time.
Well, yeah, because I mean, but then
you'll have big
a lot of
bumps
that
when
first
you
half
get
was
cons.
Kickstarter.
Yeah, obviously. But we're gonna have more big bumps because we've got a few cons and stuff coming up. So that's how I figure it'll smooth out. Midnight at the Oasis.
Meg, do you have any interviews that are that have been recorded have you been interviewed on any podcasts that haven't gone live yet?
I don't think so because I did because Gencast went up today.
Okay, all right. Okay, so that went up today. Did we put something on? I don't think we did we? No.
I think retweeted it, right?
No, you did not. You retweeted it from your personal account, but that was it.
Oh, I was in the damn car. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Everything happens on
we could, if we don't have anything for tomorrow, we could just throw up like a quick thing to it, being like, "Hey, Meg was on this podcast."
Yeah, because I mean, I talked about
a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I think we totally should. And then I'm gonna put there's a bunch of stuff to put up there. I'll put it up separately from like the morning notes.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I just asked because I'm trying to set up dates. What I'd like to do is like during the week, like every other day, have one thing going up for Pack the Pack, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah.
Okay, I see what you mean.
But even did the podcast I did before? I don't think anything about that really went up, did it?
What was that? Wasn't that the interview that you had done post deathmatch? Is that what you're talking about?
No, the podcast that I did.
Which one was that?
With Chris. That last meeting, I don't know. That I also complained that that nobody retweeted.
Okay, send that to me. We'll make this.
Yeah, but then even like I don't like even my episode. Like we didn't put anything up about that. Like all that sort of stuff.
Okay, we'll start hitting that.
Like that's where I felt like I had to keep everything Pack the Pack to packthepack.com, and I wasn't really allowed to put anything on Games by Playdate.
What?
No.
I know. I felt sad about it.
Why?
Weren't we just talking about like you guys post more?
Yeah.
I know, and then I felt like I was confined over to my little corner.
No. Stop feeling that way. Your feelings are wrong.
I've been yelled at a lot at work lately.
Aww.
Not by anybody I work with, thankfully.
Okay,
People I work with are awesome. By somebody else.
yes, there is a pack-to-pack page. It has art. It says designer Megan McGinley.
Yeah. Oh, we have a page. I thought but a thread. I didn't know. But there's.
Well,
yeah,
no, that's what I mean. We just gotta like add all
Yeah.
the stuff there.
Yes, and it's linked on the website on packtopack.com. It links to it.
Perfect.
What was I looking for? The podcast.
Of course. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Is there any other stuff? I'm fixing that flash link. Sure.
I emailed, but just to the foam brain thing,
Yes.
which is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw it. Yeah, I remember your email.
Yeah, but like if they're going to cons, I think we should think of it like we're already almost sending stuff to cons.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
If we're not going to be there, like if we're going to be there, it's okay if products at 2 booths but like the whole thing with Origins, like future cons, would we really send stuff if we're not going to be there if they're going to be there already selling Flash? That's
true. That's a good point. I think one of the reasons that I reached out to the IGDN is because it took forever for the phone brain people to get back to me.
Yeah.
So
exactly, we didn't know, and I think like right now it's going to be fine for now. But just make sure that if they do, like if this really goes through, just ask for.
Yeah, what shows you guys are going to be at?
Yeah.
So we're not double dipping.
Right.
Cool.
But if we're gonna be there, like that's okay, because I can be like, oh, hey, I saw this at another booth too. Like it can build. It can it can build some notice too. So that's not that terrible of a thing.
Cool. All right.
Meg, one last thing. What do you think is a reasonable deadline for you to have the game diary post written?
We're gonna spread it out, right? So.
Well, yeah. If you want to do if you're gonna want to do multiple posts, like when can you have the first post if you want it?
So can I have the first one on Thursday?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why is this not working?
I'm gonna put the link to. Whoa, that's not it. Not my grading. To the other podcast I was on in our notes. That works, right?
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'll get in contact with David and I'll interview him and get that together. Okay. That's all I have.
All right. Dan, we're gonna kill you in Netrunner tomorrow.
Oh fuck, that's right. That's tomorrow.
Soon.
Yeah, probably. We'll see.
And you coming out to the woods on Friday?
Maybe. I don't know. I hadn't even looked at that yet, honestly, because I might actually be kind of busy getting stuff together for the video.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Fine.
Work and
Fine.
Watch movies.
The Lego Movie. That's a good one.
It is. I like that movie a lot.
What are you guys doing Friday night?
Me?
No, Meg. You and the family, you want to come watch the Lego Movie in the woods?
Oh, maybe.
Yep, we're gonna make a house party out of it.
I haven't seen it. Cora saw it, and I haven't seen it, and she's like rubbing in my face that she saw it and I haven't.
It's great. It's really, really good.
I really want to see it, and she saw it. And
all right, well, let me know. We're not gonna start it till like 6:37.
Okay, good, because we wouldn't be able to be there until like.
I know. Well, let me know, and then
all right, I'll let you know.
All right, cool. All right, guys, have a good night.
Okay.
All right, bye.